Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about this 5-inch video game system. Yes, there is a new portable system out and we are going to review it here on the channel because that is my personal addiction. Alright, so what are we going to get? They are ripping off the Switch again, like always. That's the new thing from China. They're making clone Nintendo Switch, but I didn't order this one. No, I ordered a different color because I find it pretty damn ugly. Alright, so let's see the box itself. There's nothing much to say about it. That they are ripping off the Nintendo Switch, of course. It comes with a 5-inch display and the question remains, is it any good? Alright, so let's take a close look at the version I ordered. I ordered this version. I didn't put it back in the plastic case. But let's take a look at this device itself. So, because there's quite some things to talk about. So, first of all, I know a lot of you will say the following thing. Man, wicked, the D-pad sucks. Yeah, I know. It's a horrible D-pad. It feels horrible. It feels cheap. And new kind of chemical plastic. We're having select start, A, B, X, Y, all of these things. The D-pad itself is not very nice, but there comes with quite something that they changed out. So first of all, the design of the device. If you look at this, I like it. The cool baby RS-11 has a lot of great new things. First of all, as you can see over here at the casing itself, and I can tell you we're holding it, it gives you way more comfort. That is something that is very cool. We're having two shoulder buttons that are very clicky. CF slot, micro USB for charging. We're having HDMI out, people. Yes, I'm going to say it again, HDMI out. We're having the AV out headphone jack and we're having the TF slot, so if you want to extend your internal memory. On and off switch, there's nothing much to say about it. Right, so this is what you're going to get. Next time I need to do my hair, by the way. Let's take a close look inside, and yeah, it comes even with an HDMI cable. That's very convenient, because this is, by the way, a mini HDMI. It's not our typical HDMI, otherwise you need to buy a separate cable. Let's see, we're having the micro USB cable, crappy headphones. Ooh, the deluxe version of toilet paper manuals, I love it. And this time we don't have any English, or did I just miss? No, there's no English. Okay, what's the point of adding it? Alright, so this is what you're going to get. We're going to test the AV out function. We're not going to use the headphones. Going to put it all back. And let's go. Alright, so let's boot it up. Hold the button and let's see what's going on. I can see the LED works. Welcome. Alright, so this thing is not running on OpenDingux. This is just basically a very old software. Alright, so let's do a little bit of a tour. Let's see where these are for. Alright, this is for the volume control. Just wanted to make sure. Let's see. Oh, that is very convenient. We're having here the controller, so this means here we can play some games when we're going into this. This is the normal selection, so the internal memory, and this is the external memory. So for example, I'm having the SD card ready to go. We can go to the SD card this way. Right, so all the features like in the previous cheap models, like we're listening to music, watching pretty movie, watching pretty girls, yes, on picture, that's very nice. And here we have the stopwatch and all the other stuff I don't give a shit about, I know how it's with you. Here we have the adjustments for the screen, battery life, and all the other things like TV out that I really want to test it out. Alright, so let's try some games. Very curious, how are they going to run? This sounds pretty good. Wow, the D-pad is horrible. Over the D-pad, the analog stick is horrible. Let's try the buttons. We don't have sound effects. They messed it up with the emulator. This is more like I'm going to kill myself for this. Run into my fist. A lot of sound effects are here, but I know for a fact when you're going to play some games, you will have the issue. Still have this weird stuff going around here. Phew. Who's going to run in my fist? You? Oh yeah, kick him in the balls. Roadhouse. Yeah. Alright, so let's play some classic Game Boy. The image scratched to the The image is stretched to the full screen. Wow. Sounds pretty nice. Volume. There's maximum volume. I like widescreen. Yeah, I like it. I like it stretched. I know people are going to bitch about it, but I don't freaking care. Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's try now again. Hey, thank you. Nice. But if you listen to the music, it's not bad at all. It runs pretty smooth. It looks very nice on the LCD display. Let's try main game. Right. Still got a little weird issue. You can see that it doesn't run really smooth. To be honest, the analog stick is pretty useless. It's very hard to control. But you can hit in the music. It's not running perfectly. I got a present for you. Here. I'm going to blow you up. Right, let's test. But did they mess it up with the jump button? Yeah, they messed it up. Is it on the shoulder buttons? Nope. So the reason why I'm testing this, because this is a new way of messing up a game. Basically what they did is they forgot to remap the C button, or better said, the jump button. So there is no way of playing this game like it should be. I have seen some messed up shit, but this is a new one. It's really funny that only this character is messed up. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to try this, I wanted to try the D-pad and the analog stick with a fighting game. There's a new version. So, analog stick is pretty horrible. Something you can hear in the frame rate and the music that it's going turbo mode. For example, now it's running fine. Now it's going turbo mode. And we're going into the game. Everything runs fine. So yeah, I didn't know that the shoulder buttons are not mapped, so they messed it up too. I can jump. I can do some movements, but the frame rate's not like it should be. Not at all. Not by far. Yeah. Alright, so let's try some PlayStation. So far so good, okay. Exactly the same performance like all the other versions, like the X16, the X19. I'm not going to call them all because there are a shitload of these portable devices that are running exactly the same software. And for a fact, if you're going to play some two-dimensional games, it is possible that it will run a little bit better, but in general, it runs like crap. Alright, so the strangest thing is that I don't have any audio. Oh, let's crank up the volume. Oh, this looks really horrible. But see, this is something that I really like, that they still try to improve. Besides the shell itself, but that they are giving it finally HDMI connection. What the hell is wrong with this gameplay? This is the second time. Ah! Shoulder buttons are mapped, not mapped. Alright. Alright, so the cool baby RS-11 is a little bit disappointing. If you look at the firmware and the software and the housing itself. So let's talk about the shell. I love the shell. I must say the shell itself, it plays very comfortable. This landscape stuff, I like it. Yeah, the analog stick, it's a cheap stick. That is something we really knew before even making this review, but it feels quite horrible, and even playing fighting games or adventure games, no go. The buttons for adventure games, it's not bad at all. If you look at this model and previous models, I like it. If you look at all the features and all the functionalities, the design itself is not bad at all. It's very comfortable compared with all the other cheap versions. But what I think is the biggest bummer is, why did they mess it up with the software? I wish there was a community like the Open Dingus with the Retro FW that we can upgrade the software. The only thing, if they upgraded the software, I think we had a very decent product for the money, because keep in mind this is more like the low budget range of the portable systems. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not $20 for example, so if you can spend some money, I'd rather buy something else. Cool baby RS-11, it has a lot of potential, but it has all the flaws of the previous models. So it's more like a redone with a new shell. So if you have any questions, you can always leave in the comments. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, become one of the Wicked family. And that would be great, because I'll see you in the next video.